Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It did not take the Israelis long to put on the table the use of nuclear weapons that they don't have. And I have here two articles dealing with this issue. We have an Israeli lawmaker, a woman. I've been told here that women are more compassionate and more, it seems like they're more warlike. But anyway, I will talk about it later in this video. So an Israeli lawmaker is using her government to use everything in its arsenal. So yeah, I guess if in self-defense you can, I guess, use nuclear weapons to shorten the war and to protect your boys, right? What's your name? American government during the Second World War. Correct? Correct. Harry Truman I was looking for. All right, so let's read these two articles. One coming from Business Insider. The other one one coming from Russia Today, Business Insider. Yeah, they go like, an Israeli lawmaker is using her government to use everything in its arsenal, including doomsday weapons against Hamas. And can I ask, how will they use it? Like, they're just going to hit Hiroshima and Nagasaki like flat? You're not going to use it against Hamas. You're going to use it civilians and the civilian population of Gaza. Oh, you don't care? Okay, got it. Not bad. So an Israeli lawmaker says Israel should use nuclear weapons against Hamas. Revital Tali Gottlieb wrote on X that she thinks it is time to fire, quote-unquote, powerful missiles without limit. I'm pretty sure they will, and they have no problem with that. Benjamin Netanyahu previously said Hamas will pay a price it has never known before, end quote, for its attacks. An Israeli lawmaker has urged her government to consider using nuclear weapons in her war against Hamas. Let's quote her here. Jericho missile, a strategic alert before we consider introducing our forces. A doomsday weapon, end quote. Revital Tali Gottlieb, a member of the Israeli parliament, wrote in a post on X on Monday, "This is my opinion. My God preserve all our strength." My God? Put God in all this? Yeah, okay. Gottlieb post, which has been viewed over 2.1 million times at press time, references Israel's Jericho ballistic missiles. Israel's government has neither confirmed nor denied the existence of its nuclear arsenal. I don't have to, but hey, why isn't the United Nations, International Atomic Energy, blah, 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 going to inspect them? And then if they disagree, United States will impose some sanctions on Israel? Why not? Well, we know that all countries should be, equal before the international law. So while we are at it and we check Iran's ass and we checked Saddam's ass, why not Israel's little curvy butt? We can only imagine. All right, so let's go to the next article here. This is a mentality, okay, just to think like that. And remember when the Russians were accused of saying that, and it was one or two crazies who said that, and there were some called in any kind of names, like Kadyrov, the Chechen leader, was called this and that, Medvedev and others, but not in the structure of the government like Putin. I know Medvedev is something over there in the security something, but he doesn't have the power to decide that. But and Medvedev did not say let's nuke them or anything like this woman says right here. But nevertheless, Kadyrov said, Kadyrov indeed says, and I think another guy west of Kadyrov, which is Zelensky Stein, said something similar, that the West should preemptively do something. The same mentality of Zelensky Stein with this woman here. I don't know. So let's move on. Let's move on to this article coming from Russia Today. Israeli lawmaker calls for using doomsday weapons. Gaza should be, quote-unquote, flattened with nuclear-capable missiles, a member of the Knesset from the ruling party has stated. Israel should use Jericho missiles to level Gaza without mercy, end quote, after the weekend's attack by Hamas. Lawmaker Gottlieb has said. Gottlieb is a member of the Knesset from the ranks of Likud, the party of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. And I'm quoting again, Jericho missile, strategic alert before considering the introduction of forces, doomsday weapon. This is my opinion. My God preserves all our strength. So that is, let's flatten everything up, so we don't have to send our military in to have some losses or something. And when you do that, how is the nuclear weapon going to pick between civilians and the Hamas again? Also, they're all Hamas over there? All 2 million of them? All 2 million of people in Gaza are Hamas? No, okay. Well. Now, Jericho is the name of Israeli intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, whose most recent iteration is capable of striking almost anywhere in the world. Israel is widely understood to have anywhere between 100 and 200 nuclear warheads, which the government in West Jerusalem has neither confirmed or denied. On Tuesday, Gottlieb followed up her post about nuclear missiles with another calling for crushing and flattening Gaza. Let me show you this little thing here. It's right here. And it's direct quotation, crushing and flattening Gaza. I said they will do this. When the Israelis said we will start doing this and that, they will flatten the whole thing. They already started. Neighborhoods are in ruin. I wonder if those are specific Gaza fighters or just who the hell cares. And I'm quoting, not with slogans, with penetrating bombs without mercy, Gottlieb added. Well, X tagged her post as potentially being in violation of rules against violent speech, but did not delete it, as it was deemed to be in the public interest. I like that. In multiple other posts, Gottlieb urged the Israeli government to, quote-unquote, shell Gaza mercilessly. Break my tongue, and urge it to order the crushing of Gaza. Gaza as not Hamas, Gaza. She also praised U.S. President Joe Biden for the flame-thrown speech that showed Hamas that we are not alone in our intent to wipe it off the face of the earth. Are you gonna wipe Hamas off the face of the earth while flattening Gaza? Yeah. Well, if the Americans did it and it was a good thing, why can't the Israelis do it, right? Now, just so you know, it says here Tuesday afternoon, the Israeli authorities recorded at least 900 killed and 2,600. Well, that's a mentality, but that you can say, well, it's only one person. One person, but that person was elected, the person is in the Knesset, that person is saying things that, nuclear weapons we don't have, yes we have, we don't know. Now regarding the first, at the beginning of this video I said something that about this woman being so warlike. It was a study, I don't know, I read it more than 20 years ago, maybe more than 25 maybe, where it says that if the ants, that little creeping little fuckers, if the ants would have nuclear weapons, they would have a nuclear war in 9 seconds. So when they start the ants from the beginning of the war, for them in 9 seconds would be for us. So let's say if we would be ants in 9 seconds from the beginning of hostilities, there will be nuclear war. So yeah, I know these women have more passion and love than men, and therefore she is the first one and the only one so far that I heard of in this thing that happens right now in Israel, Gaza, that urged, let's bomb the guys, flatten them with nuclear weapons. Well. I understand the passion, or at least I understand part of the passion. I wouldn't like to be in either side's shoes at this moment. But the history does not or did not start with this Friday. The past Friday, or a few days ago, or Saturday, they make it sound like it started then, and that's it. When you analyze the situation, you go back, chronologically take the issue. So I think the issue started in 1948, actually. That was the time, 47, 48, when actually the big problem started. Things should have been handled differently then, not just, we make a country right there, fuck everybody else up. You don't really do that. But anyway, you do that, the same thing as the First World War. You impose those things on Germany, and you nailed Germany that badly. Boom, what happened? You got Adolf. Remember, Adolf, his political party, was voted in the office. They got 33%, and he was appointed chancellor, yes, as legally. That's how the Adolf came through the democratic methods. Why? Because of the First World War mainly, and the aftermath, how they destroyed and strangled Germany, mainly Great Britain and France. That's what happened, not anybody else. So they can take over Europe, but nevertheless. So the same here, things should have been handled differently in the 1947, 48. So, use nuclear weapons. And I would say that if they start talking about it, it's not the government, it's a lawmaker, but it's bad enough. You're an official, elected official. Lawmaker, I think Israel is capable of using that, and I'm pretty sure these guys here will fully support that and find positive justifications for that. I have no doubt that if Israel, let's say, today uses those one or two, I'm guaranteeing you that these guys here in the media and the mainstream media, they will find a justification. They will say, well, that's not okay, but in self-defense, they had to rape the whole family. This thing should stop, but it will not stop. It will not stop. The Israeli will not stop because now it has to make sure the Palestinians, or Hamas, because right now they lump together Palestinians, Hamas are the same thing. Gaza is Hamas, right? And until they are wiping off, unfortunately, Gaza, they will not stop. And United States make sure that nobody intervenes while Israel is going to be blooding up these guys over there. Well, what can you do? Well, that's how it's a rule-based world order under US's hegemony. This is the way it would look like. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.